Director Global and Regional Studies Center, IOBM, and Senior Research Fellow at IOBM. He specializes in public policy and international relations. He has over 30 years of experience as a diplomat. He has held senior positions in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as well as Pakistan diplomatic missions abroad. He has served at Pakistan embassies in Syria, Kuwait, Mauritius, and Pakistan missions to the UN in New York. We have our fifth guest speaker, who might be join us today later at some later stage. Professor Noor Fatima, Chairperson, International Relations and Political Science Department, serving as in International Islamic University. Unfortunately, the ambassador to South Korea, Pakistan ambassador to South Korea, wished to join us, but he has sent us best wishes, who is an ambassador Syed Muazzam Shah. So, without any further delay, let's officially start the webinar. Let's hand over this webinar to Ambassador, respected Sir Tariq Usman Haider. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much for your precious time, and we are obliged for your presence here. Over to you, sir.
Shall I begin or what?
Yes, sir. You can. Sir, over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Well, it's a very. I think you're still on the screen. I don't think anyone could see me, but anyhow.
तो थोड़ा नीचे कीजिए स्क्रीन को थोड़ा नीचे कीजिए आप तो यू विल बी कंप्लीटली विजिबल सर थोड़ा yeah that is right yeah थोड़ा सा और थोड़ा सा that's okay. Better yeah
fine. Well, it's a very interesting topic, Pakistan-Korea relations, and dear to my heart. I think we have already had 43 years of our establishment of our diplomatic relationships, which was celebrated, the 40th year that was celebrated in 2023. And basically, what we have to look at is how did these relations begin? Where are we now? And what is the best way forward? We should remember that Pakistan has consistently supported peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula ever since the Korean War. And while we did not send troops, we sent an observer at that stage from the Foreign Office, and also another big complementarity, and we support a nuclear-free Korean Peninsula. And we have also, both of us, Korea and Pakistan, Republic of Korea and Pakistan, are members of the what is known informally as the Coffee Club, a grouping of the United for Consensus group in the United Nations of some 43 countries or 45 countries who are against the expansion of the Security Council in the permanent category. So Pakistan, of course, does not want India there, and Korea would not like that Japan, which is a friend and at the same time an adversary in some ways, should be a member of the Security Council in the permanent category. Otherwise, we enjoy cordial relations, and there have been a number of advances in trade and investment, overseas development assistance, and also the Korea employment permit system, which allows some of our workers to go there. And we are working towards a PARC-ROK Economic Partnership Agreement. It must be noted that leadership visits have been infrequent. President Zardari visited Seoul in December 2012. From the Korean side, no president has ever visited Pakistan, and Prime Minister Chung Won visited Pakistan in 2014. We have a number of bilateral institutional mechanisms, policy consultation, Joint Trade Commission, Joint Defense Committee on Logistics and Procurement, which took place, the eighth meeting took place in 2024 in Seoul. Some of the other mechanisms have been stalled because of the COVID crisis, and we're trying to pick up on them now. Uh, Bilateral trade and economic relations are the bedrock of our relationship, and also economic overseas official development assistance given in the form of the Economic Development Cooperation Fund and the Exim Bank of Korea. So we have a Joint Trade Commission committee, which has lapsed, but it's going to be restarted now. And we are beginning negotiations on an economic partnership agreement, for which Minister of Commerce Jamal Kamal Khan visited in January 2025 to start the negotiation. Our bilateral trade in 2024 is about 1.3 billion, with our exports around 3 to 350 million, and Korean exports about 980 million. Our principal exports were naphtha, woven fabric, ethyl alcohol, cotton yarn, while our chief imports were vehicles, heavy machinery, plastic, and iron. According to the State Bank of Pakistan, the total Korean investment stock in Pakistan, which includes what they send over, is from automobiles, is about $600 million. This includes Hyundai and Kia, 350 million, electronics, Samsung, 200 million, infrastructure and transport, Daewoo, 100 million, steel and engineering, POSCO and projects, 50 million, and energy and power, KEPCO, about 80 million. So this is between around $700 million in Pakistan, depending on how you actually do it, according to the State Bank of Pakistan. These investments started with Daewoo, and they moved to include automobiles, hydropower, mobile manufacturing, and even chemicals and confectionery. We have to note that Lotte, which is the biggest chemical company in Pakistan, has left Pakistan, which is unfortunate. So we have to examine this, though it was taken over by a Pakistani company. And the ODA, Official Development Assistance Program, has so far been about $690 million, and the EAD has asked for about $1 billion of new projects, and this includes a number of infrastructure projects. And KOICA, their cultural and educational thing has also got a lot of programs out there. Defense cooperation has been fairly vigorous, but it needs to be, technology transfer has to be accentuated. There are 18,000 overseas Pakistanis resident in South Korea. A lot of students are out there, traders, businessmen, etc. And the Korea employment permit system is allowing more Pakistanis to go there. KOICA maintains active programs in education, climate resilience, and vocational training and digital governance. The way forward. Future cooperation is expected to focus on electric vehicles and battery manufacturing, renewable and green energy, semiconductor supply chain support industries, information technology, digital services, smart cities and urban transport, special economic zones, and Korea's Indo-Pacific strategy and Pakistan's economic diplomacy offer strong convergence opportunities for both countries. There are challenges like trade imbalance, limited business awareness, regulatory bottlenecks, absence of a free trade agreement, regional economic volatility. All these issues will require stronger business-to-business engagement and institutional coordination. In conclusion, the structured growth of these relations over more than five decades demonstrates a transition from development system to trade and technology, with expanding industrial cooperation and people-to-people exchanges and energy collaboration. Both countries are well positioned to elevate bilateral relations into a comparative strategic economic partnership. We stand at a promising juncture with stable political ties, expanding development cooperation, strong private sector presence, The relationship is well positioned to evolve into a technology and investment-led strategic economic partnership in the coming decade. But it must be noticed that exports from Pakistan have lagged as Korean textiles have moved up forward, and so we have not been able to move up market ourselves. It should be remembered that Korean textiles moved forward 30 years ago because Italy invested in a Milano project to upgrade Korean textiles, and we need to ask Korean assistance in this regard. And the Korean investments in Pakistan are not really greenfield investments. These are investments. They bring car factories here in cooperation with Pakistani companies. The investment is in the parts that they send here for the cars. They haven't opened an industry by itself, although Samsung is here, but it's on the consumer and retail side. So there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of potential, and there's a lot of work to be done. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much. Hamna, are you here?
You can take over. I think it's
Sir,
they can two masters of ceremony. Why not?
sir,
But wait.
sir, thank you very much for your insightful views on Pakistan-South Korea relations. Sir, over to you, sir. Ghulam Rasool Baloch Saab, His Excellency.
Okay. Thank you, Ashfaq. First of all, let me congratulate you and your team for taking this initiative. That is how, really speaking, I've been thinking of that our youth should be doing. These social, intellectual, scholarly enterprises and research and think tank for understanding the fast changing international relations is the key to preparing our future youth for the new world order that we all keep talking about. So I think I must commend you for your initiative, commend all those involved in this. And I can assure you of my full support and my many seniors, including like our very, very respectful Ambassador Tariq and Tariq Hajasab. I think this is wonderful. So keep this up. And I think it's a lovely idea. It's a great service to Pakistan. This is what we have been lacking. There are diplomacy at the official level has been very active. Nonetheless, the public diplomacy and the research definitely had to be taken over by the private sector, and especially the youth. And you've taken the initiative. Wonderful. Shabash.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Now, I had a written text, but I think I'll go extempore. That's what I do. I have it, but I cannot stick to that. So now, my association with South Korean relationship was when I became director China, Japan, Korea. It was twice actually, because what happens is that in a Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we go out for a 6 months term and then come back for 3 years. So both the time I came back to the headquarters, somehow or the other, I was allocated China, Japan, Korea. And that time, now of course, China is a separate directorate and it has expanded and Indochina and all that. But that time, these very weak shoulder had the weight of China, Japan, and Korea, and in fact, and Indochina, Vietnam as well, and Cambodia. So it was an amazing experience as a director, and I really enjoyed. And I said, I used to boost, and with my friends, I said, I'm holding the most heavy portfolio in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And I think I was being probably futuristic. There's no doubt about it that the kind of what we see in our relationship being upgraded with China, the way it's being upgraded with Japan, and of course with both the Koreas actually and Indochina. It was quite a handsome of portfolio. And I then termed coin, I also shared with my seniors that this is the most vital triangle of our relationships. I didn't know that time, but I can tell you today, if you look at that, that is economically speaking, the most vital triangle of Pakistan foreign relations, that is China, Japan, Korea, and Indochina. So I think from that perspective, strategically, what we are discussing today, South Korea, and of course within that triangle, South Korea is an important component. And as we all know, that South Korea is one of the countries which actually, that time when they started their march for development in 60s, early 60s, they took the first 5-year plan of Pakistan and they replicated. Of course, we lag behind, but they moved on like a disciplined nation. They had their own like issues with regard to their democracy and all that, but they've come all of those obstacles. Now they are right on a track of development, democracy, tolerant society, and to quite an extent diverse, because they're getting foreigners to come and work with that. So from that point of view, and the size of economy, size of people, size. So I think I would say it's the best fit for Pakistan foreign relations. And also that as now we have been termed as a middle power, and we have proved ourselves as a credible middle power at all front. Diplomatically, of course, we were, but militarily we have proven that, and financially, economically, we also are now on the track. Completed our CPEC 1, CPEC 2 now, and with China we have strategic relationship, and we are at the most crucial link of their road and belt initiative. So Pakistan is a middle class. Likewise, Korea fits in that profile of a middle power in that region. So I think it's a perfect fit for Pakistan to be having to further, in fact, give significance and salience to our relation with Korea. In fact, it had to be given earlier also, but somehow we were involved with other issues, and we were part of the geostrategic competition and so on and so forth. But now, since we are now all poised to have a foreign policy which is independent, a foreign policy which is balanced, which is equidistant, which has that component of what called strategic autonomy. So I think we should take full advantage of our relationship with Korea. And the most beautiful thing about the South Korean relationship is that we don't have any issue at all. It's almost a clean slate. So whether it is the government initiative or any private sector, they can really move this to any height. So I think I will just flag some of the sectors which we wanted to do that time, but somehow we could not. But they still remain relevant for our collaboration. So let me flag them. South Korea has come a long way in shipbuilding. And if you recall, we had a very good shipbuilding industry in Pakistan and a very big fleet. Of course, we have the biggest shipbreaking industry. Even that is a collaboration, which can be very useful for Pakistan to somehow our shipbuilding and shipbreaking industry should further collaborate with South Korea and use their potential and our potential to complement each other. Then most other important thing which I feel that South Korea is looking for skilled labor. We, as our honorable ambassador said, that 80,000 people, they could be, I would say, another 80,000 to 1 lakh or 2 lakh can go. We have, because I teach now at a university, we have some very, very bright young men studying computer science, software, hardware, engineering, business. So why not? I mean, I think there has to be a special, I would say, a directorate at the overseas Pakistanis or the Ministry of Labor to train these engineers, make them suitable for and make them a fit for South Korea and offer them. No need to wait for their demand. Just say that, okay, we have this cohort of 10,000 engineers. Following is the breakdown. Let's see how much can you take. That is how you become proactive in getting your skilled labor employed in South Korea. And so I think that is very important, that we don't have to wait, and don't give it to all. Yeah, private sector should do it, but I think breaking a new market, the government has to come, because then unscrupulous, unfortunately, our private sector is not that matured in terms of manpower. So maybe a separate desk for skilled manpower, provision of skilled manpower, can be opened at the Ministry of Labor and Human Resources, they call it. Then is the climate change. I think it's a very important. All are impacted. Pakistan is among the 10 countries which are impacted, and I think there's a lot of emphasis on climate change and green energy in South Korea. So I think we can collaborate in green energy and climate change with them. And the other very important priority which Pakistan has now opened up, its mines and mineral sector. So I'm pretty sure that there would be expertise in terms of their machinery and so on and so forth. So Pakistan should look at this very new area of collaboration, cooperation, to diversify. Why we have to only depend on China or America or whatever? We should have all these diverse sources of collaboration and cooperation. The other important strong Korean sector, that is urban transportation and mass communication. Mass communication. I think Pakistan, all the cities of Pakistan, Karachi, Lahore, Pindi, they are lacking in urban transport and mass communication. I think we should learn from them, get the technology, get those urban transportation systems, and try to improve upon that. Then education and academic cooperation. I think there used to be probably some scholarships from South Korea for Pakistan. I have no idea. If it is not there, they must be restarted, and we should try to have private sector universities to have these exchange programs. Let our children, they go for a semester or two to understand, or even teachers and professors, they should go and observe what is happening. And other important thing which I want to flag is the joint research between the academic institutions and research institutions of Pakistan and South Korea, especially in the emerging technology, that is microchips, AI, and so on and so forth. And then the other last point that I want to take, why not? I would say, why not South Korea? And why South Korea? Because it's a middle power. It is most important, strategically important part of the Korean Peninsula, and it has a very prominent place in that area, and of course one of the developed economies. And of course Asian country. So there are a lot of other Asian traits. We got to learn from them. How were they able to overcome those problems and still join the ranks of developed countries? So I think with these comments, I would end my initial comment, and then we can have some question and answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your great and such a splendid insights. And we would love to hear you from for the next more minutes. But we are running out of time, so we would like to invite the other speaker, my respected ma'am Nasreen Nazar, who's a director IIRIS Center for East and Southeast Asian Sindh University.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Noreen Nazar. I would like to correct. My name is Noreen Nazar. Nasreen Nazar. I'm working as associate professor in Area Study Center, and recently I have been appointed as director at the center. So already so much has been said about the Pakistan-South Korea relations, and these relations are not new, as we can say. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the International Institute for Regional and International Studies for providing me with this opportunity of talking on Pakistan-South Korea relations. So there is so much potential in both the states for cooperation and collaboration. Pakistan-South Korea relations are not new. As we know, it's a 40 years diplomatic legacy. Pakistan and South Korea established formal diplomatic ties in 1983. The two countries celebrated the 40th anniversary in 2024. So, since establishing diplomatic ties in 1983, Pakistan-South Korea relations have evolved from basic economic exchanges into a stable, multifaceted partnership involving trade, technology, and the cultural cooperation. So, I would like to discuss about the recent um, um, recent diplomacy or diplomatic tricks that are being used by most of the countries, and that is soft diplomacy, which includes cultural exchanges, people to people contacts, education exchanges, which involves arts, language, scholarships, and university partnership. As my previous speaker, His Excellency, talked about it as well, that the students, even the researchers and teachers should be provided the opportunity to go to South Korea and learn from their experiences. So Pakistan and South Korea are exploring avenues of engagement beyond traditional economic frameworks by exploring cultural, people to people, and academic connections. 2 days back, Ambassador of Pakistan to South Korea said Muslim Shah announced that both the countries are collaborating towards Pakistan-Korea knowledge corridor. And it's really appreciable initiative. He announced it in an international seminar hosted by the Consortium for Asia Pacific and Eurasian Studies in Islamabad. It was discussed that currently 1,600 Pakistani students are enrolled in Korean universities, a number soon likely to increase manifolds in the near future. These days, increasing number of Pakistani students are seeking higher education opportunities in the Asia-Pacific region, including South Korea, due to their innovation-driven economies and globally competitive universities. I believe that educational institutes and research centers such as Area Study Center, like our center, which is focusing on Far East and Southeast Asia, that they can play a very vital role in enhancing bilateral relations by means of academic exchanges. The Consul Generals of Republic of Korea and Karachi have also been visiting our center since the Area Studies Center focuses on Far Eastern countries. The Consul General of Republic of Korea and Karachi, His Excellency Kim Hang-suk, paid a visit to our center in 2022 in the seminar titled Pakistan-South Korea Bilateral Relations, A Way Forward. And His Excellency, during his speech, emphasized that the bilateral relations between South Korea and Pakistan in the field of education are moving forward than in the past, and that it was meaningful for him to have dialogues with Pakistani university students. He showed interest in joint academic and research projects to be started with the center. So I would like to say that in order to enhance the future cooperation between the two countries, I suggest that Korean language centers be opened in various cities of the province of Sindh. Although there are some language centers in Karachi and then Islamabad and Lahore, but in Jamshoro or in Hyderabad or nearby cities would be very beneficial for the students. And also, the exhibitions may be held to inform the Pakistani students and researchers about the education opportunities and scholarships in Korea, which will be very beneficial not only for students but also the researchers and the teachers as well. So I would like to say just these few words, and thank you so much for the opportunity. Over to you, Shafkat.
Thank you, madam. Amna, over to you. Amna, are you here? I think the problem of internet. So uh, we get some question in chat box. Sir, First question with Ghulam Rasool Baloch. Sir, South Korea is a leading in 5G and AI. Can Pakistan necessitate I sector truly collaborate with the Korean firms? Will the participate be restricted to low level IT outcoming out outsourcing basically? Thank you. So unmute yourself, sir, please.
Yes, I think we have to move to the 5G. Already, I think the spectrum auction is in process. The government has either done it or is going to do it quickly. So I think our private sector, the government has to spur it. Obviously, have to start it, but definitely we have to establish our linkages with all these developed economies, and especially in the technology. And South Korea is as good as any other technologically advanced country in Asia or in Europe. So I think we should definitely move forward. In fact, we have to leap forward, not only just move forward, because unless we leapfrog, we really cannot catch up with the world. So I think best way is to hold the hand of those who already have a little, they are ahead of us in this race. So yes, no questions on that. We should go ahead and collaborate in communication in all other fields. I said it in communication especially, and we should collaborate with South Korea. Definitely, yes, please.
Thank you, sir. So another
Sure.
question, how can South Korea play a vital role in the development of industrial sector of Pakistan?
To whom? Is it to me again? Is it
Yeah,
me?
sir.
Me? Oh, yes. I think what we have been thinking that as we have been thinking to have separate exclusive industrial zones for Chinese businessmen, why not for Koreans? This is what exactly, because I was last ambassador to Vietnam, this is what they exactly, their industrial zone was divided among this. Here are the companies from US, from France, from other China. So we should actually help kind of collaborate with South Koreans to let them build their own the way they want it. We should provide. Obviously, Pakistan government has to